Hey guys, I'm Tim Hawn. I'm a local St. Louis gaffer. Most of you that I'm sending this to know who I am, and you're gonna think this video is really silly. If you like awesome videos, this is probably not the video for you. It's gonna be a little bit boring, a little bit nerdy, but that's okay because you're watching it right now and you're in it. I want to apologize in advance because I'm probably gonna say things like I'm really excited or it's buttery smooth, too much for my own good. Please forgive me right now. So this video is going to be me just going as briefly as I can over some new gear that I've purchased. It's mostly camera and grip stuff. So I'll take you through each thing. It's not going to be a demonstration. I just wanted to let you know it's in town and just kind of explain some key elements about it. So the first thing is not this, but it's something I don't even have yet. It's an awesome set of KOWA Evolution anamorphic lenses from P&S TECHNIK out of Germany. I ordered them in December and I'm on the list and I will not receive them until August. So there's not much to tell you about them other than they are sweet. I'm super excited and they're killer. You can look them up online to check them out. They're a lot like the original KOWA lenses except for it's an all updated housing. And they're just really nice. St. Louis doesn't have any anamorphics to offer anyone, and they've got that vintage feel to them that works really, really well with HD stuff. So after I decided to get the KOWA Evolution set, I thought a little bit more. I'm gonna get lenses. I need to be able to support these lenses somehow. I don't want to get into cameras. Everybody's got cameras, everyone's got a different camera, but everyone puts their camera on a tripod. This is the OCONNOR 2560 and it is sweet. This isn't your grandma's tripod, let me just put it like that. So this tripod you will see on just about any movie or TV show. This is the pro version of a tripod. If you've got a 5D with a Canon L series glass, you don't want this tripod. It's not gonna make your project any better. But if you think that your operating is a little bit shady and you're not that good at it, it's either you're not a good operator or you don't have a good tripod. Chances are you don't have the right tripod. I can go over some features when close up real quick, but this is an awesome tripod if you want to. All right, so this is our OCONNOR 2560. As you can see, you've got both your tilt and your pan locks on the same side, which is nice because as you're operating, you can do both with one hand. You don't have to switch around. It's got a bubble level right here with the little night light, which is great. You don't have to pop the flashlight open. Your pan fluid adjustments here, and your tilt fluid is on this side. I'll show you that in a second. Also, another great feature about this head is it's got a locking mechanism. I've been on set numerous times where the operator walks away and the camera tilts forward, falls down. That locks it in place. It's super quick, can't go anywhere. I'll flip it around over here. Here's your tilt fluid, and this is your counterbalance. A lot of guys who don't come up in the industry kind of forget about counterbalance and not even really sure what it is. It allows you to really hone in the camera weight position as you tilt. So you can tilt in one spot and take your hand off of it and it just stays put. It really makes your moves a lot smoother. A really good fluid head will make your operation much, much smoother. And it's important to get to know whatever head you're using so you can really dial it in. This plate allows you to balance very quickly and lock it in, and also flip it. Same thing, lock it wherever feels good. Quick plate, comes right off, attaches to your camera, nice and secure. This is a great, great head. This is top of the line. Guys, so the next thing is, if I was gonna get an awesome set of anamorphics and a great set of sticks, I needed to also get a really great matte box system. This is the ARRI LMB, which is lightweight matte box 4x5. I can't speak highly enough of this. I'll show you what the case looks like, even from the design and layout of it. Everything has a place. It's super slick. Right now it's in studio mode, and it's kind of decked out with everything. You've got the eyebrow, the side flags, all of which are adjustable. So if you're going to be on a dolly all day and you're trying to have really good flare control at the camera, this is a great option for you. I know a lot of guys in St. Louis like clip-on versions. So instead of having a swing away setup, you want to go clip-on. They make that really simple. That comes off. This wraps around your lens. If you don't have donuts for it, I still think donuts are good to have with the lens set. But when you go to clip-on, you throw one of these rings on. I've got a full set of rings that'll match pretty much any lens that you may have. And now you can clip this on to whatever lens you have. But you still have the swing away arm, which also, it can be 19 studio, 15 lightweight, or 15 studio, whatever rod setup you happen to be using. But to get rid of the swing away arm, there are 3 very quick spring-loaded bolts. That come right off. And now you're in clip-on mode. I also have a full set of anamorphic and spherical hard mats, which are great for more control. That just pop in and out. And the flags just come off with these thumb screws. You put them back in the case. The whole thing is very lightweight and can get really small. You can go 1 stage, 2 stage, or 3 stage. The 3rd stage is rotatable. If you've got a 4x5 Pola, and I'll talk more about filters here in a second. Or you can pop those off as well, and you can put a full-on Rotopola on here as well. So if you need it to be really small and lightweight, you can do that. If you need it to be studio mode, really big and in swing away mode, you can do that as well. Lots of options, very easy to work, and great to use. It's a great little system. So this is the case for the ARRI lightweight matte box. The awesome thing about this system is that everything has a spot. The case is designed really nicely. So the eyebrow always goes right here. Everything's not all junked up. So it makes it real easy to pack and real easy to find every piece that you need. All right, so I just showed you the ARRI lightweight matte box 4x5, and if I'm gonna have that, I've gotta have filters. So below me right here, I've got SCHNEIDER glass, and it's the rhodium versions of their ND. So this is their top of the line ND 4x5 filters. It's great stuff. Look them up online, read reviews, try them out for yourselves. Really nice. I've also got optical flats, linear, circular Polas, and the one non-SCHNEIDER thing is I've got an ARRI Rotopola. So you throw that on the LMB, and instead of rotating the frame, you just rotate the glass within its own frame. A lot of people really like the Rotopola. You can lock it into position. It's a really good piece of glass too. So these are the filters I'm offering with my system. If I don't have something you're looking for, I can find it, or maybe I'll get it. We'll see. All right? All right, guys, so the next piece of gear I'm going to show you is my new VARIO jib from Panther. It's a great little jib. It's super smooth, and it's fun to use, and you can get some awesome shots with it. Very controlled, easily adjustable, and I think it's a great addition to the St. Louis market for a very well-made, a very sturdy, but functional piece of gear. Just so you know, the arm and its main accessories come in this case right here. The base that I have on it right now that you see right here, this is a bazooka base. It's a 3-stage. Right now it's only got 2 stages. I've got 1 stage left. It's a gas riser, so it can come up even higher on that. So this pops off, and this, sorry, you can't even see me. This bottom part allows you to roll it around as you need to place into position. And it also has levelers to get the base level, because if your base isn't level, you're not going to be great up here. This collapses on itself with a handle, so it's easy to transport, and you don't have to use the bazooka and the wheeled base though. You can pop it off right here, and you can throw it on any Mitchell mount. So if you've got a Fisher 11, Fisher 10, Chapman, whatever, the arm pops off right here. You can put it on a dolly. That's what I would prefer to do. That's what I would like to do. But this base works really well too for rolling around and leveling out. Right now, we're in its shortest position. Off the post, I got about 2 feet back here, and then the post to the camera is about 4.5 feet. Now, why they call it a VARIO jib is because you can easily vary its length with not like a lot of tools and stuff. This pin comes out, this pin comes out. You untighten this, and within this arm, the length of it, is a smaller arm that extends out. Then you put the pins back in, and you've just gained more length. You also adjust this back. If you need more length, I've got another extension, a meter long or a little over 3 feet extension that you attach. That is also in its travel case to get 3 more feet. I'll put up the some stats on the actual length ranges that it has. Another cool thing that you can do with this one is this Mitchell plate here to adjust for easy operating. You can move up and down the tube, and the tube can move within the jib as well. So for whatever your shot calls for, you can put your head however you need it to be. So if you want to operate with my OCONNOR 2560, you can throw that on here and do your thing. Or you can bring your 75mm ball head, we can put it on. And we can also just take this plate, flip it upside down, put it here, and now you're in underslung mode. So you can get right down to the ground and still even come up to head high, which is pretty fun. We can also throw your Movi or your Ronin 2 or whatever remote that you may have, throw it on here and just let the dolly grip operate the jib, and you operate the wheels of the remote and do it that way, which is a lot of fun and can get you some really nice shots. Let's see, you got a sliding weight for extra to really dial in your counterbalance, which makes that quick. It's a lot better and a lot more secure than just throwing a little sandbag on there. I'm trying to think what else I can tell you about it. It's a really nice system. I'm going to show you something else we can do with it here in a second as well, but it's buttery smooth. That's it. All right, guys, so one of the last things I want to show you is right behind me. It's a FLOWCINE BLACKARM Complete, and I've got my truck rigged out with speed rail so it can be on the front or the back. Come this way. So the speed rail, it usually takes quite a while to get your speed rail set up nice and neat and super solid. I've got mine all tied in, hard mounts, ratchets, triangulated. We're all good to go. So this is the FLOWCINE BLACKARM Complete. We can mount this pretty much anywhere. The nice thing about using my truck package with this is I show up with the speed rail in a basic configuration. We can reconfigure it. Right now it's on the center post, as you can see, but if you need the camera to be on a corner back here, or maybe the corner up there, or the same thing for up front, we can do that easily too with moving speed rail, adding clamps, blah, 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 all that stuff. So here's the BLACKARM. If you don't know what this does, it's really awesome. You should look it up online and see some of the footage. There's all kinds of great things you can do with it. If you need to smooth the camera out, if you're on a bumpy road, if you're on water, going through the woods, all kinds of things. So it's 3-axis. Up and down, that's one. That does a lot of the big bumps you're gonna go over to help smooth things out. The other one is there. and your third is side to side. That takes a really rough ride and just makes it like butter. I told you I'd say that at least once. So the other component that makes this system great is this. This is called the tranquilizer. It's an isolation dampener, and it separates the camera, which hangs here, typically on a Ronin 2 or a Movi, and these rubber springs get rid of the high vibration bumps that you'll get from the road or from the engine or from a really loud speaker in a car coming through. So typically, we're going to take this plate right here, and this plate can accept several things, but mostly a Ronin 2 or a Movi towed in the hole. So we mount this plate to the tranquilizer with your towed, say it's the Movi, you're towed in the hole. Then you take your Movi, pop it on, and now you're gonna have remote control, super duper smooth, and you can pan, tilt, whatever you need to do, wherever we decide to mount this. If you want it higher, we can put a piece of 8-foot pipe on and retriangulate to get higher. If you want lower, we can drop it lower. That's just a couple of bolts that we have to undo. So come this way with me. This is all secure. Typically we're gonna be mounting on the back, but we have options all over here. Come on through. So the back seat, there's plenty of room for your DP or your operator to operate, your director to watch, monitor, to oversee. Up front, obviously you need a driver, and in the passenger seat, you're typically gonna have an AD, someone to be an extra set of eyes and coordinate everything. Let's go on up front. So if you want to mount it up front, several options. We can do center post. If we need to go higher, we can. We can also do side posts on either corner. It's just a reconfiguration. This setup is easily modified. It's sturdy, it's solid, and it should work for a majority of car-to-car stuff, or someone running. All kinds of options you can do with it. And that's it for now. Watch out for the car. All right. Hey guys, so this is the last thing I wanted to show you. I've got my little guy here with me to show how awesome it is. So I've got the jib in full extension mode. Obviously it's secured to the back of the truck. And if you look at the front, I've got the FLOWCINE BLACKARM on there. So if you want to do something a little more interesting, instead of just mounting the BLACKARM onto the truck package or a four-wheeler, golf cart, side-by-side, a boat, whatever, and if you want to have some combo movements where the camera can move independently of the vehicle, then this is something we can do for you. And it's a pretty fun setup. I'm really excited about it. We can get down to the ground of feet walking or tires and go up pretty high. So, I would also, or the operator would also be wearing a safety harness attached to the truck as well. We're staying in my driveway, and I've got my son. We're not doing anything crazy. All right, go ahead. So it gives you a lot of really fun options to do all kinds of cool stuff. I guess that's about it. Thanks. See you later, Tide.